Something that's happening right now in Vineyard that we feel that people should be aware of is the use of these pretty awesome electric bikes. We're seeing kids as young as 10 and 12 years old riding these bikes in an unsafe manner, often without helmets and sometimes running from law enforcement. And at this point, it's turning from kids having fun to being something that's a serious concern and a safety risk. A lot of these bikes will reach upwards of 40 and 50 miles an hour, and all of the speed limits according to city code for the sidewalks and the trails is 15 miles per hour less. So when we have riders riding at 40 miles an hour in a space shared with pedestrians, kids, and other riders, it increases the risk for crash significantly. Safety gear, especially helmets, is super important. Unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of kids riding around with no helmet at all or with just the regular bike helmets, and that greatly increases the risk of injury to these kids. I wear a full protection helmet style such as this when I ride, and we strongly recommend that everyone does the same. We have actually had two pretty serious accidents in the community just in the last several months that have included these bikes and fire hydrants. We've had two young teens that have ran into these at high speeds, one suffering a broken femur, and the other one was wearing just a bike helmet, ended up sustaining severe facial trauma. And so these are exactly the kinds of accidents that with proper safety measures and slower speeds that we can help prevent. So parents really play a key role in this. If your kids have access to these electric bikes, it's important to set boundaries with them. Talk with them about the rules, about the speed limits, about wearing helmets, and just talk to them about the risks of riding these bikes in an unsafe manner. That's really the best way to combat it and to educate these kids on the fact that choices can have consequences and we need to be safe. Just a bit of information, the state of Utah is working on a House bill that will give and define clear parameters for these fully electric bikes. It'll allow for there to be clear parameters on their usage within city limits and on public roads. And Vineyard is doing the same. Vineyard City is working on adopting their own ordinances to be able to give clear instruction on the usage of these bikes. And as that rolls forward and continues to go on, we'll keep the community updated as we get more information. So when we stop someone riding unsafely, the goal isn't to get these kids or the rider in trouble. It's completely for education. We want to stop and talk to these kids about, wearing the proper helmets, going the speed limit, not riding recklessly through the parks and things. We don't want kids to run from us and create greater risk. We want them to stop for us so we can educate them and keep the community safer as a whole.